there, I've got a beautiful Cityscape card that I've turned into a birthday card. Just love the way this looks, and I've used some pixie powders on it, so we'll be playing with those. I'm going to show you what else we're going to be using. I have the Happy Birthday, the mini expression die. I've done just a little bit of cutting with the Starry Night Sky die. This is from our festive collection, but you can use it in so many different ways, so it's lovely to bring out. And the star of the show is the City Skyline. Just so pretty. Okay, so I'm going to start with a piece of black card, and I've just cut it way bigger than I need, but I'll just give you a quick measurement here. 8 inches by 8 1/4. So what we're going to do is bring in the Peacock Green and the Aqua Lagoon. And I do like the way that pixie powders look on black card. It's just completely different. So I'm just going to start tapping the Aqua Lagoon all around. I won't do the entire piece. I'll just sort of do the center. I've got one I've done earlier. Okay. And the Peacock Green. So you can kind of sort of see the color against the black, whereas most of the time it comes out and it just looks like a sort of a grayish powder, but you get a little bit of that mica color coming through on black, so it's quite pretty. So we're just going to do a bit more here, give you a nice effect. Okay, the thing that I love about pixie powders is you can't mess these up, no matter what you do. I know I've heard people say they're so afraid to use these, but they're literally the simplest product in the world to use. Powder onto card, a little bit of a spritz, activates the powder, okay? You can get them as wet or as dry as you like. You can really blend them in, or you can just sort of keep them a little bit drier. You can add more powder if you like. You can take powder away with a piece of kitchen roll and start over. You can do so many different things with these, and the color just looks amazing on those. Give it a little bit more of a spritz. There we go. And then you can take and let them dry naturally, or you can use a heat tool and just sort of move them around. What's lovely is when the water all dries, the mica really starts to shine. So you can see that just starting to come up. And on black card, you get almost like a galaxy effect on it. I think it's so pretty. There we go. And I'll tell you the other thing you can do. You can sort of help it along a little bit if you want by taking a bit of kitchen roll. In fact, let's take 2. And you can dab away some of the extra water. There you go. And dry it a little bit quicker if you like. There we go. But you can see just how pretty that is. So I'll undo my tape here. Pick this up. Now you do get a little bit of the curling because you've added water onto a card. It's easy to take that out. Just run it through your die cutting machine with the rubber mat and it'll straighten right back out without any problem. But isn't that absolutely gorgeous? If you want it more intense, you can add some more, repeat the process. There's absolutely no way that you can mess these up. It's so easy. So I've got one I've done earlier, and I've already done a little bit of cutting on it. So here's my piece earlier, and see, I flattened it all out. I've used the circle to create the circle out of the center that I want. And I've cut it once already with the Starry Night. So what I want to do is continue to cut that along, okay? So I've got the moon here, and I don't really want that to show, so I'm going to pop this down upside down. And let's bring our cutting plate back over. Move these out of our way. Over here. And I'm going to just line this up and cut it. Let's go right to the edge there. Tell you what, we'll do it that direction. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to pop that right, just right to the edge of that. Not completely on the edge, but hopefully that'll keep from creating a serious line as it cuts. There we go. Okay. Bring that back around. Take that out. There we go. So you've got some really lovely stars cut out of the background on that. Okay, I've gone ahead and cut the circle that I did out of the middle and just used that same die to cut the stars out of that, and I've backed this one with white using the circle again. Okay, so I've got a piece that I can put back in, and I'm going to back this one in black so you can have a little bit of a difference showing between the background. So let's just let's use a little bit of glue on the back of this and just give it a bit of a glue along the edge here and around these stars a tiny bit. Come on, there we go. Get it moving a little bit. And around the edge here. That should be enough to give it nice and secure. Okay, pop that into place. Line that up with my background. That's looking pretty good. So you've got the black showing through the background stars there. So what I'm going to do is put that onto my backing. I've done a white paper pierced edge and a thin black mat just to sort of tie in the color there. And pop that in there. And I'll tell you what, I'll give you a quick measurement on both of these. I have done this piece 6 inches by 7 inches. Put that into my background. There we go. And the overall on the card is 7.5 by 8.25. Okay. So now I can put this piece into the center with the white star backing on it, so it will be more focal. Pop that into place. About like that. And I've raised it up a little bit just to have some dimension and show off that nice circle. Okay. So the next thing I want to do is show you how to cut the city. So I've got a couple different pieces here. I'm going to go ahead and cut the larger one and give that a quick run through. Okay. Now these don't cut on the bottom, all right? So you can extend them or have a longer piece there, whatever you like. And I've got a couple I've done with the smaller ones. You can extend them side by side if you like, create something a little longer. You can layer these up any way you want. I'll tell you what I think I'll do first is I will cut the circle part out of this, and then we will show you how to line up the other ones too. Get that right about like that, because I find it's a little bit difficult to cut all 3 together. So we'll do these 2 and line it up. Okay, so now I've got my base piece right here, and we could just take that little piece off, keep that, and now what I can do is line these 2 up, just sort of put them where you want them on your circle, just to kind of get them in the right spot, right about like that, right about like that, and then you can line this up so it's the same sort of angle as those. That should be good. Okay. Pop that through and cut these 2 together. Okay. So if we've done this properly, we should be able to line all 3 of these up and get a really, really nice look. Let me get that little piece of tape off there. So I can line that one up like that. Oops, line this one up like that, and line this one up like that. Okay, now I've got one I've done earlier. Now I like to add a little bit of mounting foam between them so you get a little bit of depth. So it's totally up to you. You can put them all together flat if you prefer. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop these onto that circle, and I've just added little bits on some of the taller city pieces. Get that nice and straight with the bottom there. That looks pretty good. And we can finish that off by adding on the sentiment here. And I've done the happy birthday in a white gloss just to make it really pop out. Do that one. Add a little bit onto this one. There we go. You can use either spray glue or the fine tip glue. Either one of these will hold really nicely. Move that around. Little bits here. There we go. Pop that into place, and let's sort of see if we can just get these centered right about in the middle there. There we go, and we have a perfect card. Isn't that lovely? I think that pixie powder really, really shows off that background beautifully, don't you?